ancestors. You know what I mean? You got to venerate your ancestors. If you're being spiritually attacked on a consistent basis, it's because you're not venerating your ancestors. Your first line of defense is your ancestors. You should have about 1,000, an army of ancestors around you at all times that love you. And you got to get in tune with these beings. And a lot of y'all are not even in tune with yourself, let alone nature. You know what I'm saying? To get in alignment with your ancestors that's here to assist you. Or they would like to assist you, but they don't have the strength or the energy to assist you because they haven't been venerated for so long. So they weak as hell. And they need your offerings. They need your libations. They need the ancestor money. They need a litany of things that can be transfigurated over into the station within the human afterlife that they reside in. And this consistent ritualistic effect of making these offerings and libations for them over the course of time, it will give them the energy to be able to help you. And this is what I make available to people. There is a vetting process to getting to the ancestral altar discourse that I have available. You're going to have to get you a couple of pieces of tech so you can free up, you can clear up some of them holes in your aura and remove some of them entities that have been nesting there for quite some time. You follow? Because that entity will distort your ability to make that connection. And once that connection is made, that entity will jump out of your ass and go through that portal and start causing chaos and confusion amongst your ancestors. So you want to get all of this stuff up out the way first. Yeah, you have to build an altar for your ancestors. There's no, that's the short of it. You need to build an altar for them. He said, Yahweh Allah. Okay, you can believe that if you want to. No, it's not Juicy J. I told y'all about that. Don't come in here cracking no jokes. If you don't got no questions or something like that, just slither on up out of here. What's an altar? An altar is a portal or gateway into the spiritual dimension where your ancestors may reside in some tier or another, because there's a spectrum of tiers of within that dimension that they can end up on. You know, to put it in a more simpler form, it's like different floors in a building. You follow? And a lot of your ancestors is below the mezzanine level, meaning that they're in the underworld or wasteland or the duat. And these are very low forms of the human afterlife where a lot of beings are regarded to go because they didn't do enough spiritually while they were alive in order to qualify or register for a higher tier of the human afterlife. You know, mainly the ancestor realm, where a lot of beings gather that have done their venerations, that have done their libations, that have come here for several lifetimes and have lived up to a certain credulous that's regarded as a moral obligation, if you will. And they've constructed a particular medium between the fifth dimension and the human afterlife where these beings could go to once they've been brought up to speed or out of these. That's right, beloved. He said it real perfectly. Hell circles. You know what I mean? People is in a circle of hell. It's a perpetual cycle because you don't have enough consciousness to come up out of that. You know what I mean? You think you got it figured out. That's your ego telling you that. And if it ain't your ego, it's one of those several beings that's nesting in your auric field that have traversed through several layers of it. And they're close enough to whisper to you. You know what I mean? And to tell you, hey, man, don't believe that. Hey, you know, God gonna handle everything, man. That dude don't know what the hell he talking about. And y'all goofy ass listen to that. You go outside, you're looking at your phone, you get hit by a car. Now you're out of here. And you're gonna have to wait for your great-granddaughter to get the spiritual awareness and the coherentness to say, hey, I need to construct an altar for my papa because I see him in my dream and he's in a very bad place. You know what I mean? And that's what's really going on with a lot of us, man. It's been going on for too many generations. For the people in the Western world, or the New World of North America. You know what I mean? If you grew up in America, you need an altar, man. You behind. And that's the disdain. Like y'all say, a lot of Africans got disdain for Nubian, so-called black people here in this country. The only reason they got that disdain for you is because they could tell that you don't honor your ancestors. Same thing with the Asians. It ain't that they don't like you. They got disdain for you because you don't even honor your ancestors, man. You don't. Same thing with the Mexican brothers and sisters. They don't got no disdain for you. They got disdain for the fact that they see that you're not honoring your ancestors. They could tell you don't got your ancestors around you. You know what I mean? Y'all want to make up all these excuses to justify your ignorance instead of just falling in line, which is not a lot of brothers out here and sisters out here that's showing people what I'm showing you, or what I have the capability of showing you how to do, how to build your altar, how to connect to your ancestors, the appropriate way to make offerings and all that. You can go to YouTube and see what they make available for you, but that shit is not going to work. And I'm just being honest with you. You know, I know people with altars right now and they shit not working. They think it's working, but that shit ain't doing nothing. And I say that totally with confidence and conviction, because I've helped a litany of souls. Let's come on up off this board right quick, because we talking that real shit now. I helped a litany of souls come about, you know, connecting to their ancestors and making that connection that they need to make. You know what I mean? I helped a litany of souls like that. And I can help you too. But there is a vetting process, because at one time I used to do it for free. I used to burn ancestor money for people's ancestors for free right on the Facebook. And I don't know who's in the comments that knows me at that level, but I did do that for quite some time. Then it got overbearing to the point where I had to start charging people. I said, you know what? I can't charge you for burning no ancestor money, but for those people that missed out on me giving out that discourse for free, I started charging $100. And the first thing that happened when I started charging people $100 for that was people said, man, I thought it was free. I was like, yeah, but the whole time that it was free, you didn't make it. You didn't even try to get it when it was free. Now it's $100. Now you got a problem with it being $100. And then when it went up to $200, people was like, oh man, I thought it was $100. Yeah, but your ass bullshitted and you didn't care about your ancestors. They didn't matter to you. But now that I done raised the price up to $200, now it's an issue. You know what I mean? But you keep missing the marker. You keep missing the point. Oh, I didn't know. Ignorance is no excuse. You know what I mean? The type of connections that you will be capable of making through Brother Ray, those beings don't care about your excuses. They don't care about your ignorance. They don't care about your slothness. That shit don't matter to them. You follow? What matters is that you start venerating. You start freeing up some of these ancestors. That's the net of it all. So then, you know, right now that discourse is available. It's only $227. And now the price gonna go up. I'm gonna keep it like that to the summer solstice. And then it's gonna spike. Because a lot of y'all playing with your ancestors, man. You know, you only need to get 2 pieces of tech to qualify for that. And that might seem a lot hard for some of you that struggle with the what they call it, the spirit of lack. You know what I mean? You might have the spirit of lack, or the poverty demons that are lording in your consciousness, or that are nesting in your auric field, keeping you in a poverty-like state of consciousness. Because once you tap into your opulence, nothing can stand in your way. Nothing can be denied to you. You follow? But a lot of people will get they'll get a pyramid. They'll be like, hey man, I want another pyramid. I want a bigger one. Hey, let me get another pendant. And I'm like, yo, man, when you gonna take that discourse? Oh man, I'm gonna take the discourse, but I want to get another pendant. And you know, man, you shitting on your ancestors when you do that, man. For real. I have a student that took the ancestral discourse. She already had 3 altars already. Belonged to a Batala house and the Oshun house and all that. She only did 1 step in the discourse. And that same night, she seen her ancestors. And she ain't seen them the whole time. that she been messing with these Babalaos and these Yoruba priests. So I'm just telling you, man, I'm here for everybody, but I'm highly empathetic and concerned with my brothers and sisters from the New World of North America, because you will be pioneering something that hasn't been done in your bloodline for quite some time. You follow? So you're the one that's going to have to take that big ass plug and plug that modem up called your altar in order to make that connectivity to your ancestors and begin the process of venerating them and bringing them up out of that lowly state of the human afterlife. You know what I mean? But all of y'all are so concerned about Jesus and so concerned about Yahweh and all this other shit that ain't got shit to do with shit. You know what I mean? But you haven't given an ashe to your big mama and to your big daddy and the sacrifices they've made. They need your venerations.